Hey gamers. Oh baby, another random Pokemon generator video. This is like my second one. Same rules as last time, I generate a random type/type combination and 3 random abilities with perchance.org. And I make 3 random Fakemon. On to the unscripted segments. Okay, random type generation time, let's get it. Fairy and Ghost. That's a very obscure one, I can't lie. Do 3. Let's see, Fairy Ghost. Wind Power, Punk Rock, and Anger Shell. I'm a little stumped on that one, man, I can't lie. Like, actually, what am I even supposed to do? Fairy Ghost is already a fairly specific type combination, but I can at least make something obscure with that. And surely enough, Wind Power, Punk Rock, and Anger Shell are fairly obscure. Time to think of something that the 3 abilities have in common. I mean, Punk Rock and Anger Shell aren't that far apart. Punk Rock is being the loudest and most belligerent in the room while not listening to someone else. And Anger Shell is taking enough damage, getting mad, and I guess it softens the shell up? Like, it gets so hot that it becomes not hard? Look, it has anger in the name, so I can only assume the Pokemon gets aggressive when hit hard enough. Anger Shell also means that it has to have a shell of some sort. So a Fairy Ghost type with a shell, the Pink Fairy Armadillo, but an angry rocker version. That's interesting. So a Fairy Ghost type Pink Fairy Armadillo with notes of punk, only has Overdrive as its electric type attack so it can capitalize off of wind power, and it's a punk rocker so it has Anger Shell. Meet Yarladillo, the Storm Rocker Pokemon. On rainy nights, Yarladillo's howling can be heard, and a heavy wind that carries its singing is sure to follow it. These Pokemon are short-tempered. They'll fly into a rage if interrupted, and create sound waves as peculiar as they are vicious, leaving those nearby in a permanently disturbed state of mind. I hate to brag about my own Fakemon, but I really like how this turned out. At the very least, it's the most interesting Pokemon I've made in this series so far, out of the 5 Pokemon that I've made. Alright, that was Fairy Ghost. Now let's spin again. Fighting in Dark. You know, that's probably one of the easier type combinations to do something with, but it really depends on the abilities, because if I get some shit like Shield Dust, I'm actually gonna lose my marbles. Huh. I, I, I don't know about this one, man. Like, these are all very different abilities. Plus, Zero to Hero is a signature ability, but, I mean, so is Ice Face. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think the biggest outliers here are Corrosion and Magma Armor. Like, being able to poison something regardless of what type they are, that could be a dark type thing, but then Magma Armor, all it does is like prevent freezing. It's a really bad ability. Yeah, you know what? Because Zero to Hero is such a specific ability, having it with other abilities would not make sense. I guess Unique. Let me see what Unique does. Hold on. Yeah, that didn't do shit. Lightning Rod, Runaway, and Emergency Exit. Okay, so Lightning Rod, that's something. Runaway and Emergency Exit? Okay. Yeah, let's do something with this. I don't want to skip it again. Fighting Dark type with Lightning Rod. Like, Runaway and Emergency Exit could make sense for a fighting Dark type. It's a dirty fighter that will just flee if it gets hit too hard. But Lightning Rod? To be fair, weirder Pokemon have gotten Lightning Rod. Usually horn-wielding Pokemon and electric types that can redirect the electricity. But Marowak gets it too for some reason. Anyway, let's go with the horn idea. And for a fighting dark type, my mind immediately goes to a weird demon, or an Oni-like creature. Meet Fiendud, the facade Pokemon. Fiendud lives alone at the top of mountains, and will follow thunderstorms and hold up chunks of metal to strike itself with electricity, its main food source. If the storm dissipate, it will terrorize electric-type Pokemon. As ferocious as they look, they are cowardly and will flee erratically, only fighting those when it's brimming with power. I'm not sure how to feel about this one, but I think it's fun. It would undeniably get an evolution though, but I don't feel like drawing it. Maybe I'll have a change of heart while editing this video, then include a second segment with the evolution. You know you want to. And honestly, you should just do it. It's gonna look sick. Do it. Okay, I'll do it. Evolving from Fiendud after using a Thunderstone, we have Oni Lummox. The cells of these ferocious Pokemon are imbued with malice that surge like electricity, and they can wreak unparalleled havoc when set on a warpath. Oni Lummox prey on electric-type Pokemon, but will hone in on any other fighting type that they happen to see. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm reading this script right after posting my first random generated Pokemon video, but I paused my recording to write this segment into it. I mention this because I already have several scripts written, and in the next video, this guy is getting a rival. And yes, this is how I choose to end the segment. On to the next and final Pokemon of the video. Okay gamers, last Pokemon, let's go. A pure flying type. I already know I'm gonna get some bullshit ability. 0 to hero though, I can't use that. Poison Heal, Sap Sipper, and Friend Guard? You know what, that's not even that bad. I can absolutely work with this. Poison Heal and Sap Sipper are an easy combination. These Pokemon just happen to eat toxic plants. And the flying type? Well, that sure sounds like a bird right there. And there are some birds in real life that eat berries that are toxic to humans. On that note, Friend Guard. These Pokemon eat toxic berries that other Pokemon harvest. It shares a polyamorously symbiotic relationship with many Pokemon. Meet Tauroxin, the detector Pokemon. Tauroxin will join other forest-dwelling Pokemon to search for food. They fly to the tops of trees and knock the berries down, and the bigger Pokemon it teams up with will carry them back to its den. Tauroxin has extraordinary sensory skills that lets it detect toxins within berries in the pile, which it will eat. If Tauroxin eats too many of them though, it will fall asleep and become impossible to wake up. Rarely do these Pokemon sleep alone, as the Pokemon it helped appreciates its company. That's all for today's video, and if for some weird reason you liked this video, let me know down below by hitting that frickin' like button, dude. And if you hated it, then, like, okay. Thanks for watching to the end regardless. Deuces.